Yo, you know what time it is. We do this every week. I'm back again like I never changed clothes, son. I got a table full of personality today. If y'all been following, y'all know I've been upgrading co-hosts. I've been switching out guests, working at magic, you know what I'm saying? Giving y'all that real introspective on who these people are. Well, because you are, we're going to see this beautiful lady next to me. We're going to start with her, and then we're going to start introducing ourselves around the table. Who are you?
I'm Philesha Johnson, and I recently wrote a book of poetry called "Oh Africa," and it's my love letter to Africa as a Pan-African for all Africans on and off the continent, and my love letter to my African family. And I'm also a former Connecticut public schools teacher, PhD candidate, and a U.S. Air Force veteran.
Thank you. Okay. Shout out to our veterans. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for our freedom. Feel me? My next special guest, y'all probably missed. So if y'all been following, y'all know I got that lost episode tucked away somewhere because the camera footage got messed up, and man, my man Flock was on mute, son. And I don't know if y'all, my man was on mute. He wasn't saying nothing. He was and I was like, all right, we're just gonna have to bring him back. I got my man's Flock back in the building. Tell him, Flock, what's up? Who are you?
Man. Fuego Flock, man. Artist from Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay. Where can they find you at? What's your social media?
On Fuego on all platforms, on all social media platforms. Fuego Flock on all music platforms.
All right. And sitting next to Flock is my special guest as well. Sitting beautifully in her black and pink shirt with a little bit of heaven with a little wild on the side. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Rebecca Ann Cicero. I'm locally known and I'm nationally known psychic medium. I am published author. I am stand-up comedy MC. I am energy healer and spirit inspirer. That's who I am.
Nice. And where can they find you? What's your social media? Tell them.
Really, just my full name, Rebecca Ann Cicero. That's where you find me. Yep.
Y'all know what time it is. I got the squad today.
But they don't all know that. That what I do.
No, they
what
don't know
you do. You're like, just put that down right next to Flock, just like that. Like
boom. So we got a rapper, and we got a medium psychic, we got an author. We got Luch the guy. We got Kilowatt. I got my guests in the background. You know, so we got a little audience. Feel me? We got the squad in the bus today. Let's start. Tell me your most craziest dream that like you've had more recently. Give me a snap, a Reader's Digest version of that dream.
Of a dream?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Another question?
You can't think of a dream right now?
No.
Did you have nightmares?
No.
Okay. I'm going to let you ponder on that. We'll get back to
Let me meditate on that.
Flock.
I'll get back to you.
Tell me about them dreams.
I don't know. I'll be having weird dreams.
All right, tell me. What's the most random dream you had more recently?
Most random dream? It was some street shit.
Some street shit?
Yeah, some street shit went down.
You died in the dream?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't be remembering because I wake up.
You wake up? Can you wake yourself up out your dreams?
Sometimes I feel like I could.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Like when it's bad or just at any time?
I don't know because sometimes I'll get a lot of dreams where I'll be falling out and like falling in the air.
Really?
I'll be riding a lot of dirt bikes or bike in my dream, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just pop up in the air, bro, and be like, feel me, like just falling. Like I don't know, bro. I think it's because I probably be going like getting high before I go to sleep. I don't know.
What do you think about that, Philesha?
That sounds like a very interesting dream. I had a dream a few months ago, but it was very distressing.
Okay.
So I didn't feel comfortable talking about it. But it was a dream where my dog was outside, and I couldn't find my dog Abigail, and I was looking for her, and I was, searching through the house, upstairs, downstairs, and I finally go outside, and she was out in the bushes in the leaves and had passed away. And she's like my spiritual sister. I've had her for 8 years. I was very distressed. And I talked to someone about it, and they said that it meant that there was something on the horizon that could bring death and destruction, that I had to kind of, you know, prepare myself. I don't know. But it was a very weird dream.
What'd you take from it?
Well, one thing I took from it is to listen, you know, because I am a believer, you know, in my ancestors. I pray to my ancestors, and so they communicate with us in a number of different ways, but I think our dreams are one of them. So if you receive a message, you know, whether you're conscious or subconscious, you should, you know, take heed.
Okay.
Because it could be one of your ancestors trying to communicate with you.
Okay. Miss Rebecca, what do you think
Oh,
about
the psychic
that?
in me is like, I know what that means. I know what that means. I know that. This is why you brought me on. Good question.
Okay, so you, Miss Rebecca,
Jumping and flying, feeling like you're falling. Those are actually really profound dreams for you because it's your mind and body showing you that they're very aware you're taking leaps and you're starting with something that you enjoy, but you don't know how it's going to result in the end. And the more often you have them, that means the more often you're putting yourself in positions where you're leaping and you know, and where you fall, you know, maybe sometimes you fall and you work it out, maybe sometimes you don't, but that's actually a good thing.
Right.
Dreaming about the death of an animal like that in particular, to me, is always it's some sort of a fear that somebody in your world is growing up or doing something. And, you know, we have the kids. Sometimes when that you have that awareness that there's a next step where they're
Transitioning.
then you represent a transition in your dream just like that.
Okay. Have you had any crazy dreams? Tell me about some of your crazy
Can I
dreams.
just tell you some? Can I go off the wall?
Go off the wall.
Are you sure?
We here.
You know,
We
my
here.
peeps know me. They don't care. I do these gigs at this location where there's a particular person that kind of volunteers and helps there. And he's a little younger than me. And then I had a very strange dream that he had come upstairs, but he was dressed like, I don't know, kind of like Angus from AC/DC, like velvet.
I don't know what that looks like.
That's okay. He was in velvet overalls.
Velvet?
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Overalls.
And, yeah, overalls.
Velvet.
And then he kind of sat down next to my bed and I woke up. So I have no idea.
So
Yeah.
who do you go to read your dreams? Like to talk dreams with?
So I learned about how to interpret a dream on an emotional symbolism from a nun at St. James. Nope, I'm lying. St. Bridget's in Manchester. There used to be a nun there. Anytime somebody would say, "What do we do about these dreams?" They'd be like, "Oh, go ask sister." And so we'd go to the convent and ask the nun to interpret the dreams. That's how I learned.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's crazy.
That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, Flot. Tell me about a nightmare. I mean, as a matter of fact, you kind of already told me about nightmare because you said, you know, kind of like when you're falling off, that's kind of as scary as it gets. Okay. The reason I'm asking too is because sometimes in my dreams, I have this thing where anytime I get mad scared or I get scared to the point where I'm at my limit, I do this thing where like I jump and land on my neck, and every single time I wake up.
That's me. Like that's when I'm in the air and I fall. Like
Yeah,
that. I be hoping I'll be landed. Like I'm in the air so long. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm in the air. Like, damn, bro. I'm really dropping. Like I got enough time to really tell myself like, what the hell is going on, bro? I need somewhere. Like I'm trying to land on power lines. I'm trying to land on motherfucking.
This nigga's
Bro,
a GTA.
I swear, bro.
I was going to say that's video
That
games.
shit be
right?
great because somehow I end up on a bike. Like
Yo, that
I'm
is
like,
some
what the
GTA
hell? But
dreaming, yo.
I don't know, cause I do be having I be having them dreams where I do be having a lot of fun. So I do be on dirt bikes and shit, and I hit a bump out of nowhere and just be in the sky. And my whole,
Yeah,
I know this shit. I know I'm about to wake up. It's probably when I know I'm about to wake up at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Like
Like,
I don't know.
Damn, I'm in the sky having
I'm in the
sentences
sky,
right
like,
now. I gotta come down and wake up.
Damn, bro, how I'm about to land anybody's house, anybody's pool, any power lines out there? I could just.
Yo, I'm
man.
mad you saying power line like that ain't like an inch.
I know.
Like
I'm saying, but like, if I'm on a bike, I could at least bounce and just jump off, and
facts. Okay.
I'm gonna survive something.
Right, but the
Feel
fact that
me?
you just trying to
Yeah, like
find
damn.
balance. Right?
No, I'm not trying to pedal or nothing. I'm just trying to land, bounce off, and smack the ground somehow. Feel me? I know I'm not gonna land, but I'm trying to survive somehow. But I always wake up at that point.
Okay. Now, Miss Philesha, tell me about scary experience you've had.
Well, in the military, I've had a lot of very, scary experiences. And I think for me, it was no longer being afraid of death. I think that was the scariest experience I had.
By no longer being scared of death? What made you not? What experience made you no longer?
That's kind of profound.
Right.
I was stationed in Afghanistan for about a year, and I worked as the non-commissioned officer in charge of casualty operations. And we'd gone through so many different, attacks on base and crazy situations with food poisoning and small arms fire, rocket mortar attacks. And my will was up to date, and I'd made arrangements for my son. I'd already written my book and had kind of left it behind to be published after my death. And I remember being in a bunker at one point, and there was rocket mortar coming down, and I was the person in charge because I was the highest ranking in the bunker. So I'm trying to translate different languages and sign and figure out a way to indicate what we need to do to move forward. And I wasn't afraid. I was completely at peace. I said, you know what? Everything's squared away. My will's up to date. I can have an opportunity to be with my ancestors. Whatever happens, I'm at peace. And that's when I realized I'd really turned a bridge. And I don't know what that means, but maybe it's a bridge too far, but I turned a bridge in my life, and that's where I'm at.
That's a milestone, because to conquer the fear of, I don't care if I die after this, I feel like I've never experienced that. I've been fucked up a bunch of times. I've been I still don't want to die, but to be fearless of death, and that's an experience. That's a scary experience. Flock, have you had a scary experience? Or tell me a scary experience you've had.
Like, what do you mean? You said scary or
Yeah.
scared?
Scary experience. Something that you had an experience that you were like, oh shit, this shit had me really fearful.
Shit. I don't really try to get into too much trouble, bro. So I don't really, every experience I got is I'm always in charge, so I don't really get into too much shit for myself. But a scary experience was it was with my mom. Like it had something to do with my mom. Like having her she had an aneurysm.
Oh, okay.
Feel me?
Okay.
And from what I never knew what the hell the aneurysm was, but when I found out, it was not much people make it from aneurysm.
Right.
Feel me? And then I was actually right there next to her, trying to help her and trying to get her help type shit. Feel me? So it was that was the closest thing to
a fearful experience.
Yeah, when I knew it was
so something totally. Because what it sounds like is you're used to being in control. Because even how you first answered the question, you're I normally am in control of situations. Right. So it's interesting that life somehow always try to throw some shit up in the way to still test our boundaries on the things that make us fearful.
Right.
That's I do understand, like I said, how that can still be scary, even though you try to stay in control, because you're out of control. There's nothing you can do. It's you just gotta witness it and just deal with it the best way you can.
Yeah, and my dad too. My dad had passed right probably the year after. I ain't experienced a lot of deaths in my family, in my bloodline. So once that happened, it just started happening. So I was damn, it's when it's getting close to home, now that's when you know it's real.
Right.
Feel me? So that's basically.
Okay. Ladies, you have anything to say?
Yo, it's your boy Philesha the God, live from the pod bus, doing what I do for real. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for liking, commenting, and sharing, subscribing to content. Y'all know I do what it does, and I does what it do. In order to keep doing this, though, I do need some donations. If y'all got it like that, I would love to take some donations so I can get this bus on the road and I can come to a city and state near you. Till then, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 4,000 watch hours so we can get this thing monetized and we can get on the road. In order to do that, y'all know what time it is. Support. Best way we know how. Philesha got in the building. Philesha the God on the pod bus for real, doing this for real. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Peace.
So maybe he's a junior. But I heard it as, well, at least he plays music. And I was like, okay.
That's
It was
dope.
a little sarcastic,
Yeah.
but he made me feel like it was
did
like
you
something he did that you did. Because he was like, well, at least he does that one thing.
Yeah.
And it was something of him.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of nice.
Yeah. He did play music.
I hear a lot
I
of
didn't know
things.
what you were saying.
Becky.
Like he wasn't
Yes.
like an artist, but like he like I got my inspiration like
From
my
him.
dad and my
From-
mom like playing music.
Like instruments or just music in
No,
general?
like-
He
like,
played a
yeah,
lot of
played
music
a lot of
around you.
music, yeah.
That's beautiful.
It was really like into all types of music. So it was like, but I know that's accurate because my dad I wasn't an artist when my dad passed.
No?
Yeah.
He's
So,
just like...
now that she said that,
And he's like, you
Mhm.
can't
I
go
felt that.
backwards now either
I like
because
that.
you've put more time into it than you have not into it.
right.
So if your dream was for like 3 years, you've been doing it 6. Now
Mhm.
on top of your 3 of a dream, he says you should start at the beginning. So that's cool.
Right.
Where I don't. What's your name in the Lakers? Yeah, you. Maze. Like got you.
Well, why at the end?
Do you know like a Brian? Or like a Ryan or Byron or?
I know a couple Brian.
Do you know one that's like not here?
Yeah.
Is he like a brother? Your brother? Is he a blood brother? No. But you think of him like a brother? Is he family though? Do you know? But you know a Brian.
Yeah.
Is it with a Y also? And I ask this only because I can't figure out how to spell his name. Brian, and then I just heard my brother. He says he stands with your pop, your nana, and your uncle. So he's with people who raised him with you? Is he a friend?
Yeah, it's like my brother, my little
Right. Yeah. Well, he was on, like, he shows me on a bicycle. So he shows me something on a bicycle. Does that make sense? Did you ride with him? Did you give him his bike? Did he steal it? And why aren't you in red? Because red is his favorite color. And he's like freaking out you're not wearing red. Does this make sense to you? Are you okay?
That's my heart pounding.
Are you okay? Okay, so let me tell you what that is about your heart pounding right now. Let me tell you. That is love. Feel that. That's love. That's I love you. It's the only reason I'm talking to him. It's because he loves you.
Yeah, she's real.
Yeah.
She's real.
You were talking about him all day today? Shut the fuck
real.
up.
In my music video, so like,
Are you recording? God,
Hell
tell
yeah,
me you're
I'm recording.
recording.
Come on.
Please be
No,
recording.
I ain't
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. So you guys can talk about that. I'm going to take a minute.
I want y'all to know that.
Well, I was
Just
writing
follow
all this
Lil
next to you.
Brian,
You
right?
saw me writing shit.
We just finished talking about him, bro.
swear to God, man.
That's cool.
You want to know what's really crazy? His dad just met Brian, and now they have a soul experience. So in 100 years from now, when we're all gone, all of the people that we talk to here also know each other. So the soul gets bigger, you know? So don't. I feel like he says, don't think I don't have experiences. Look, I'm here now having this one with you. So he knows you think about him. What's with the J or the junior? Is he the junior? Somebody's a fucking junior. Ooh, that. You have a junior? Oh, so maybe he's talking about your son?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
probably.
Got a little amaze on the way.
I got a junior.
I'm so happy for you. So he sees your junior.
Yeah, I got 2 boys.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure he sees them both.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fun, right? So you were talking about him on the way over, you were saying, right? So it would make sense to me that there's a purpose why he comes through because you were talking about him on the way here. Can you tell me what July is connected to?
No,
Are you
I
guys
can't
looking
hear
at like an
anything.
obituary or something? Is that what you're doing? Are you looking at an obituary?
Nah, Lil Brian.
July.
Lil Brian sent me. He passed away in July. He sent me something saying.
Yeah, he did. I already know. He told me.
We live through each other. Energy is never destroyed, only transferred. That's what he. I was just reading that message. That's what he sent to me.
I almost need you to say that again because I don't know if you can feel what I
this is
feel.
he sent to me.
But can I tell you, if any of you feel what I feel
But
right now in
chills.
any shape, way, or form, this is why I do this job. Like, how could you not do this every day or every other day?
Wow.
Can you read that again? sweetie.
It said,
That was beautiful.
Lil Brian said to me after my little brother passed away, he said, we live through each other. Energy is never destroyed, only transferred. That's what he said to me.
That is
A
beautiful.
month before, a month on my father's death date, on my little brother's death date, and then he died a month later. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
So
what it
he
is.
wanted you to remember that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for letting me share that with you. Did you know I was
Appreciate
here
you.
coming?
I had no idea.
So you didn't know that? Okay.
Wow.
Was it you who knew that I was?
I kind of had
Kinda,
a
huh?
suspicion, but I didn't know exactly.
Yeah, low
what you
five
did.
on that shit right there. I'm telling you.
Please.
But it feels so good. So thank you so much for letting me do that. I know that so now you kind of understand the dynamic of like, so you guys can now interview, and my friend Philesha, I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, and I love you now.
I love you too.
Right?
I love you
We're
too.
forever. That's how it feels inside when heaven hits you.
Spooky. My heart started racing immediately.
Well, when you brought up your dad, he immediately came, because when we bring our loved ones up, they come. There's
It's
no
like we're
time over
calling.
there. There's no wait for them to show up. It's like you think it's there.
Okay.
It's almost like you bring it because it's a part of you, right? And I think that there was just that flow, but it's like, Brian, like I heard that conversation to put down on paper, but yours was more behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done.
Wow. Okay, so
That means you was writing.
I'll wait.
I love your job too, Becky. I do.
That's a dope job.
I hear y'all.
It's supposed to help. Whatever you guys were talking about
'Cause I like
earlier,
stuff like
whatever
that.
it is. Like for me, I feel like you were probably talking about your focus, your dream, your next 3 or 4 steps and what you want to do. And in not saying you were contemplating not doing this full time, but maybe taking on an aspect of it, like a teacher teaches best what they learn, need to learn most kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he says, no, keep doing music. So that has to align for you.
Right.
And then whatever it was with Brian, it was like none of my business. That's what he said. None of your business, Rebecca, what they were talking about. I was like, okay.
Crazy.
I don't need to know. All I know is it was a secret.
It is some crazy. Some shit.
Spirits got free will. They're not going to break your free will by telling me something I'm not supposed to know. They get it perfect. It's kind of cool.
Yo, that's mad.
I'm sorry, I'm hot
I
now.
already believed in that, but now I really believe in that.
It's
Like,
real.
It's different, bro. Word.
She shared something with me that
Bro,
I
that was spot on.
I
knew
cared
this,
for my
bro.
grandaunt her
That's
last
crazy.
2 months when she was alive, and when she was dying, we spoke every day.
these are,
We had prayer hour.
The mic's on? I'm sorry, keep going, I'm sorry.
But one of the last things that I talked to my granddaughter about before she passed away, she's the only person I had this conversation with. Rebecca was able to communicate that with me. And there's nobody I talked about that, who's here with us. So she's real.
Nah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was as real as it get right there.
No, that was
And
spot on,
it's
bro.
no coincidence because I was talking about it with him.
It was earlier all day, and then I picked him up, and then we talked about it again in the
Swear.
car.
And then before you, I was talking about it with
So-
J.O.
That was really y'all right in what y'all saying, bro.
For sure.
I messed them up.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I sit on Facebook and watch a video of somebody like you just doing this shit all day. 3 o'clock in the morning like this.
That's a fact. Real talk.
Well, she has a show called
Definitely
Messages
need to
from
tap in.
Heaven. She also, don't you have something on Netflix as well? So you can watch her.
Oh,
You know,
say less.
she's
Just a
out
little
there.
bit.
It's a little
I'm
bit.
still taking those leaps and falling down in my dreams, trust me. But that's because I think if you follow a dream too much, or if you project your goal too far out, you're going to not be able to do things like this.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be happy and be able to like have an adventure with you and do readings like this. Like who? Where? I don't see that on TV.
Yo, and so many things could have went wrong, and it didn't. It's great. This is great. This is
It was,
great.
of course it was great. All positive.
This is great.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bro, you was asleep.
Battery, the battery back? It died?
I'm talking
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Spirit, I'm surprised Spirit didn't shut stuff off or mess with things, because sometimes Spirit will mess with things.
That's what I want.
He'll drain batteries.
Do you like go into houses and like do you do that type of stuff?
No. Because I like bringing through the messages that it's going to make a real good effect on somebody. I don't necessarily like knocking on the doors of paranormal stuff, because I kind of think, why mess with something? I don't poke at things. I let things poke at me. Yeah. There's definitely a difference between like a medium who does what I do and a medium who, you know, deals with paranormal things. I actually wrote a book, and that's one of my chapters. It says mediums are not just for paranormal investigations. In fact, those ghost hunter people, if you ask them, usually they don't like mediums getting involved. And I think that's because they'll go in and maybe their energy will project something to happen, or, you know, if they're not real, the psychic might know. Right? Or maybe it's not some scary thing. Maybe it's just the grandmother sitting in the rocking chair in the corner watching over the people that live there. And they're just interpreting it in a different way. It's like, so, I don't know.
Very interesting. Very, very, very. What if you had someone that, you know how you said you wouldn't like go knocking on the door unless something came knocking? What if you came across someone that had something knocking?
You know, I'm one that I truly believe that divine intervention.
Yes.
I'm going to be put where I can be at the level of energy I have as a human to get across the purpose and the message that I need to get through. And like, amen. Because can't do it without God. So for me, I am always looking for the situation. So I don't always have to approach someone or a situation if I know spirit is around, or if I just know something from their energy or their vibe. But if I really, really have to, and not to be bad, I might be like, so what do you do for work? And hope that you reciprocate with the same question. And then maybe I feel you out. And then I can approach. But I've had some really strange things happen where, you know, I'm in one situation and then I realize why. Like, I went to go do a house clearing once, but not in a bad way because anything was in it, but because they were moving in and they wanted it, like, all new and fresh. So I put water down in all the corners and sage and stuff. And I brought her over, like, this beautiful wall hanging of an owl. And when I got there, the symbol of the owl was for her dad who had passed away. So it was kind of like through me, but I didn't really do it on purpose. And she got a message. So I think just showing up and being there.
I'm still over here.
Yeah, you should really like talk to him for the moment, because I can't imagine.
Yeah, I feel the energy.
Maze,
Jasmine,
are you okay?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Record it.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Is a fact.
Connecticut, New York, and Massachusetts? Are you ready to take your party to the next level, introducing a real gaming experience? Well, buckle up, because we've got something extraordinary for you. Introducing the Golden Gates Mobile Gaming Bus, your ultimate gaming destination on wheels. Imagine this: you and your friends stepping into a world of pure gaming heaven. Our state-of-the-art bus is packed with the latest consoles, high-definition screens, and a library of games that will blow your mind. Whether you're into intense multiplayer battles or immersive single-player adventures, we've got you covered. Whether it's a birthday party, corporate event, or school function, we'll be there, ready to make your event a gaming extravaganza. Find our website at goldengatesbus.com/gamebus or call 863-250-112 and book your game day before it's too late.
Happy birthday, David!
wanted to know, Philesha, what did you think about what Flock said about his father?
Well, I can relate to losing a loved one, and not just losing a loved one, but watching them pass. You know, being there with them, holding their hand, taking care of them, loving them, trying to find a way to honor their lives in their death so that they know that their life had meaning and that those that love them most, you know, are there, you know, at their side. And I had 2 grandaunts that passed away back to back, and they raised me. They were like my grandmother. My own grandmother had predeceased before I was born. But taking care of my grandaunt before she passed, it was the greatest privilege of my life because we got to talk about 60, she was 90 when she passed, but she was lucid. You know, we had conversations about the time she met Malcolm X, you know, around the corner from our house in Cambria Heights. And she's like, Brother Minister, I'm late for work, you know. And we talked about my book, you know, Oh Africa. We talked about the fact that, you know, I never got over not finishing my PhD and the devastation of being all but a dissertation. And she gave me the greatest gift I think I've ever received, and that was the blessing of my ancestor. And she gave me her blessing a few days before she passed. And I think that's something that we have to carry with us, you know, and honor with our lives and instill in our children, you know, so that they honor our ancestors in their lives.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I feel like that's just the way to live. Like, you grow up, get taken care of by your parents, and you take care of them. Like, that's just the cycle right there, basically.
It should be.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally
It
agree.
should be.
Right.
Well, right.
Who sold us on the idea that you should break away from your family early and get into an apartment or get into a home as quickly as possible? And I feel like that's just, you know, if you look at what
All right,
we did.
but wait a minute. Now I got 3 of them: 28, 18, and 16. You know, the kids. I got 3 of them: 28, 18, and 16.
Mm-hmm.
They can't stay home.
Why?
No, I'm not saying stay home.
I'm
Not
just
right.
kidding.
I'm like
But they
saying
can't,
when
you
it's
know,
like
they
when
can't
it's
stay
like
home.
when she like getting old, like
Right.
Yeah.
feel me, when it's time to take care of you, feel me, like that's the blessing.
There's a
that's
time
the
to
blessing
come
thing
home.
to do.
Yeah, come home, right.
And
Yeah.
that's
Right.
the thing, like, so few young people answer the call, and they receive the call. And when they receive it, it's always, well, my career, you know, my fiance, my PhD, my this, my that. And they forgot. You know,
Right.
they turn their back on their ancestors. And it's sad, but that's where our society, you know, is at right now.
That's true. I totally agree.
A lot of them move. People move. They move
Right.
halfway across the country, you know,
Right.
and it's like you can't just drive 3 hours home. You know, you got to fly 7 hours home. It's a lot of, and you want to encourage your kids, like, go. You want to be like, go. But that's, I don't know, that's crazy.
Okay. Rebecca, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you believe that everyone has some kind of psychic ability, or is it like only the selective or the chosen few?
I 100% believe every single soul in every single one of our bodies has the gift and abilities to do what I do.
Think so?
Absolutely.
Why
If
do you-
I can do it, you can do it.
Why do you believe that?
I believe that because of the way that the mechanism of the soul works within the body to be able to receive those messages. I believe that it's just kind of moving your mind into an awareness and learning. So I relate it to something kind of basic. Beethoven, right? Not everybody's going to be Beethoven. But if you took lessons, you can play Beethoven. Can you play better than him? Didn't he play blind? So there's, his upbringing and what happened to him. But what if nobody ever gave you a piano?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I look at this whole scenario and I think to myself, yes, I think that everybody who's supposed to do this can do this, because if you're supposed to play Beethoven, then you will. And I think that this was something I was supposed to work with. Like I tried really hard to do other things, but I couldn't. And it's because I didn't want to. Like when you have something inside you, you want to go. It's like, it's like, oh, just and for me, I think it gets fulfilled every single time I do something like that. Every single time I do a reading, it's like, oh, okay, I feel better.
Nice. Flock, what do you think about that? Do you think everybody has a little bit of psychic ability inside of them? Have you had any kind of moments in time where you felt like you've done something that felt psychic? I guess.
Damn. I don't know, cause I already be thinking I got superpowers and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I already feel like when I get rich in the world, start turning into all the robots and shit. Like I'm gonna turn into a robot. I'm gonna be a little
hybrid,
a little AI.
Nah, what it's called, a cyborg. You feel me?
Have robot.
Yeah, have robotic body parts. Like I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm trying to get that rich.
You would quickly adapt to it if they started selling that. So let's say.
Oh no, hell no.
So let's
Not
say.
right now. Nope.
No.
Don't even go for
Like
it.
they plug into that Elon Musk. Like
I want this shit to be like this forever. Please don't let it change.
So you watching TV and the commercial says, "Are you tired of your arm only lifting 100 pounds? You even with 1,000 pounds with your arm? Come down to Dr. Giroux and come get your arm switched out for a brand new arm."
No sway.
No.
That's like putting a chip in your arm. Like feel me? What people be saying like, no, I ain't with that.
What if it goes out of control?
I want it to be like
Right,
this
like,
forever, man. But I feel like I already know it's gonna get to that type of stage where it's like, cause it's too much TV shit going on. It's like everything is looking to become true.
To become that, right?
Like, so it's like at this point, I'm trying to live long.
That's a fact. Yo, we're going to take another break. We're going to jump back in. You know what I'm saying? The gang is still here. Yo, we having a moment right now. This is a beautiful moment in time that I hope to relive again. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back. We ain't going to work. We'll be back. Peace. All right, y'all. You know what time it is. We in that mid part. We in that Thursday to the Friday. Our guests have some performances that they like to do. Miss Philesha is going to do "Oh, Africa." It's a poem written by you, right?
It's my love letter to Africa.
It's a love letter to Africa. I am so excited to hear this. Y'all put your headphones in, turn the music up, turn the volume up, and get ready. Let's go.
Oh, Africa. Oh, Africa. Oh, Africa. Continents away, yet I am closer to you than ever before daily. I fly away with you in my mind, and for the first time. The blinders are off, and I can see the stars beyond the clouds soaring. Through the fourth dimension of time and space, I see mountain peaks I yearn to plant my feet. Looking at the acorn on the ground, I see the oak tree, it will be just, as I see the life our love can create in your eyes. From the blade of grass to the oak tree, I am surrounded by life. So little this life is real, but when I fly away with you in my mind, that time is real, and I believe those moments are just moments away in a blink. My fantasies become reality, and I am conquered because you are the sun, O Africa. Should I call you Ra? Because like the sun god, you ascended darkness and resurrected light, or Horus. Because after the death of Osiris, you were created in his image, and your beauty is a reflection of him, or maybe Phoenix. Because no matter how many times life has conquered us from the flames of Heliopolis, our love is reborn, victorious. Or maybe, like the Egyptian Pharaoh, you are the incarnation of God, O Africa. My greatest fear is the total eclipse of you. How then could I live or grow without your light in my life, Africa? You energize me, filling me, giving me all the serotonin and vitamins I need to be. Oh, how I wish I could bottle you. Your eyes, your voice, your wisdom, your strength, your breath. So as I'm Euro tripping through 8 months of darkness, I could fall into the bottom of the bottle of you solar panels. I absorb the rays of your light. Your essence penetrates every layer of me. I am lost in the language of your love. Words cannot describe the sound of your voice, the feel of your breath on my skin, the heat of your body, the beat of your heart, my head on your chest, your hand on my womb. Solo contigo, me siento como una mujer, mi cuerpo, mi corazón, mi mente, mi alma. Solo contigo soy libre de ser mi África, 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 te amo. Como el sol es la tierra, eres mi todo. Only with you I feel like a woman, my body, my heart, my mind, my soul. Only with you I am free to be me. Africa, oh Africa, oh Africa, I love you. Like the sun is to the earth, you are my everything.
Woo! Yes. That's it right there.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Oh, that's so. This is a book.
This is an actual poetry collection. I started writing when I was in Africa about 15 years ago.
I need to send it
And
yeah.
Initially,
or you can airdrop it. Sorry.
Initially, like I said, this was my love letter to Africa. I'm a Pan-African. I love all Africans on and off the continent. I don't care what language you speak. You're my brother. You're my sister. Mi gente. Y after traveling the globe and, you know, doing missionary work and just experiencing the love and the family, you know, with my people, I began to write more and more poetry about, you know, my love for my African family. And so that's what this book is. Oh, Africa.
Nah, the fact that you memorized that whole thing is like crazy. I don't know. What?
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Hey.
It's Fuego Flock, man. Let me talk to him. I have Rich in the building. Yes. Yeah. If ever talking about that fire, but they mentioning Flock, nigga. I do this for the kids, imagine what I do for the block, nigga. Should I risk it all just to get to the top, nigga? And then we bought them Glocks and only aiming at top, so come test us. And contemplate naming these streets, they know I'm next up. A lot of niggas showing fake love, trying their best luck. If I had dollars for how much niggas I done blessed up, I'd probably be one of the richest niggas with a Tesla. I came from ballin', had to check me, young. Yeah, I'm from Hartford AVE, yeah, my whole set go dumb. I been let deep up in these streets like where them vets be. Know it's gon' always be a nigga tryna check me. I'm sorry, mama, shit, I ain't give you the best me. Pray to my daddy every day, he don't come get me. Gotta get rich, I don't know Poppy, he gon' stress me. They know that I keep him on my hip just like my weapon test me. Ain't got no choice but to respect me. They know I do this for the kids, I know. My baby mama said, I ain't shit, I'm a deadbeat. My son's gonna look through me, watch how sweaty them checks be. Let's see, one of these labels trying to check me. I know I'm worth a couple million, can't let them get me. Fuego Flock in this bitch, you heard? Yeah. Been catching the plays, I'm out in Boston like I'm Jason Tatum. Nigga, I've been moving like I made it. Been catching the plays, I'm out in Boston like I'm Jason Tatum. I got shooters in every corner, they can't wait to make them. Half them niggas say they in my corner, just can't wait till I make it. Foot on the gas, I'm in the corner, shit I don't think about breaking. I had my youngest pull up, really at your face trying to take it. I can't give a nigga no warning. face him. Really get that shot, I'ma probably take his ass to the basement. That boss up or get stepped on. BMS, we ain't playing. That youngin's always been slept on. What them niggas been saying. Ask me if I ever been crept on. No, nigga, I'm spraying. Just for my block, I ain't changing. Just for my block, I'ma change it. Got young shooters, I know they lost. Ain't no question, but I'm a ball. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no question, you know, burn a nigga like bacon. I bet you all of my niggas be on that bullshit. You can come and try your luck, be ready to catch a I don't know what you know about my bosses, them kid outdoors here. Ain't no lacrosse, and we cross, try to up that. Nigga, I been turning up the beat, it's been like 4 years. Trying to take my block to the top, and that been beforehand. And that's just for rapping. Before I was in the street shit, I was trying to make it happen. Nigga, I been moving like I made it. Been catching them plays, I'm out in Boston like I'm Jason Tatum. I got shooters in every corner, they can't wait to make them. Half them niggas say they in my corner, just can't wait till I make it. Foot on the gas, I'm in the corner, shit I don't think about breaking. I have my youngest pull up, really at your face trying to take it. If I get that shot, I'ma face him.
Alright. You're gonna see Philesha and Flock do their performances. I know what to do. Jump in the comments. Let them know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Tonight you learn who they are. You've got a good insight on who Miss Philesha is, who my boy Flock is, who Miss Rebecca is, and she done changed my man Main's life in the back, yo. My man got his whole life change in the back. Yo, shout out to everybody that showed up today. Yo, this was a great night. I feel like I love this type of energy because you can't even set this thing up without really following energy, following the vibes, and connecting with the right people to have the right kind of conversations to make these type of things possible. This is GoldenGatesBus TV podcast. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know where to find us. We right here. I'm Lucha God, Flock, Rebecca, Philesha, Kilowatt, Main, Fifth. We out. Let's go.
Thank you.
We out of here.
Woo. Thank you.
Let's do it.
You'll know because you'll watch me start getting all funky and I'll be like.
Yeah, and there. That's so Raven.
That's not
That's so
fair,
Rebecca.
you know.
That's funny.
Could you speak into the microphone?